It's Mario, your trainer with Lodestone Athletics, and let's get into the topic. Supersets, a popular strength training technique involving performing 2 exercises back-to-back with minimal rest in between. This approach can significantly enhance muscle growth through various mechanisms, providing a more efficient and dynamic workout experience. To understand how supersets can maximize muscle growth, it's essential to delve into the psychological effects and strategic applications of this method. Number 1 is enhanced time efficiency and volume. One of the primary benefits of supersets is the increased workout density, meaning more work is accomplished in less time. This efficiency is achieved by reducing rest periods, allowing for more sets and repetitions with a shorter duration. Higher volume, a critical factor for hypertrophy, muscle growth, becomes more feasible as a result. By performing exercises in a superset format, you're essentially packing more stimulus into each session, which is crucial for triggering muscle adaptations and growth. Next is metabolic stress and hormonal response. Supersets contribute to a heightened metabolic stress, one of the key drivers of muscle hypertrophy. This stress is characterized by accumulation of metabolic byproducts like lactate. Such an environment not only fosters muscle endurance, but also plays a role in muscle building by stimulating the production of anabolic hormones, including growth hormone and testosterone. The intense, continuous nature of supersets creates a hormonal reaction favorable for muscle growth, partly by enhancing the muscle's uptake of amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Next is the muscle damage and repair. The alternating nature of supersets allows for targeting muscle groups in varied ways, often leading to increased muscle damage, a precursor for muscle repair and growth. For instance, alternating between pushing and pulling movements, a common superset strategy, can engage antagonistic muscles groups more thoroughly, leading to comprehensive muscle fiber activation. This damage initiates cellular repair processes, leading to muscle growth during recovery periods as the body works to fortify the muscles against future stress. Next is increased intensity and overload. Supersets can significantly increase the intensity of a workout by combining exercises with no rest. You're essentially challenging the muscles to perform under fatigue, which can lead to muscular overload. Overload is a fundamental principle of training adaptation. It forces the body to adapt to a stressor that is above its current capacity. For muscle growth, this means creating conditions under which muscles have to grow stronger and larger to cope with the demands placed upon them. Next is improved muscle recruitment and mind-muscle connection. The superset format can enhance muscle recruitment patterns and the mind-muscle connection. By performing 2 exercises in succession, especially when they target the same muscle group, known as a compound set, you can fatigue the muscles through a broader range of motion and from different angles. This comprehensive fatigue can lead to better muscle recruitment and engagement, as you're required to focus intensely on the muscle being worked, enhancing the mind-muscle connection, which is vital for effective hypertrophy training. Next is the types of supersets and their applications for muscle growth. First off is antagonistic supersets. These involve exercises that target opposing muscle groups such as biceps and triceps. This approach allows for one muscle group to rest while the other works, enabling more work to be done in less time without a significant drop in performance. Next is agonistic supersets, also known as compound sets. These supersets involve exercises that target the same muscle group, intensifying the workload and stimulating greater muscle growth through increased muscle fiber activation. Next is pre-exhaustion supersets. This strategy involves performing an isolation exercise followed by a compound exercise. The goal is to fatigue a specific muscle group with the isolation exercise so that it becomes the limiting factor in the subsequent compound exercise, leading to increased intensity and focus on the targeted muscle. Next is post-exhaustion supersets. The reverse of pre-exhaustion, this involves starting with a compound movement and following it with an isolation exercise. This method ensures the targeted muscle group is thoroughly exhausted, maximizing muscle fatigue and growth potential. Next is the practical considerations and implementations. While supersets can be incredibly effective for muscle growth, their integration into a training program should be done with careful consideration of individual fitness levels, goals, and recovery capacities. It's essential to ensure proper form is maintained through each exercise to prevent injury, particularly as fatigue sets in. Additionally, nutrition and recovery practices must be optimized to support the increased demands placed on the body by superset training. In conclusion, supersets offer a dynamic and efficient way to maximize muscle growth by leveraging increased workout density, metabolic stress, muscle damage, intensity, and improved muscle recruitment. When appropriately applied, they can significantly enhance the effectiveness of a strength training program, leading to faster and more substantial gains in muscle size. As with any training method, the key to success with Superset lies in the thoughtful selection of exercises, attention to recovery, and a consistent focus on progression and adaptation. I hope you learned something. Stand out, be different.